Good to go. Good to go, somewhat. All right, y'all are cheating the system. Y'all are cheating the system, no. Well, good morning, horses. See if they'll cooperate and put them in the barn. Hey, before we do that, let our feathered friends out. Hey, there they come. Five, six. Okay. Let's say, did something happen? Number 7 didn't go on the roost last night? No, they're all there. All right, show mares. Y'all come in, everybody else can stay out. Good girl, honey. Come on, Pie. Oh, wow, are you gonna actually come in without me having to go out there and lead you in? Oh my goodness. And we've got the camera rolling to document it. It's been months since she has done that for me. Now, you didn't go in your stall, but nope. Get in your stall. History being made right here this morning. Pie came into the barn willingly, which I don't blame her. I'm not going to say it's a beautiful day in West Tennessee. It is. I don't hate any time of year, but right now when the sun just refuses to shine ever, basically, it poked out for like, or peaked out for like the last hour of daylight yesterday. Like, the sun decided to come out right before it gets dark. It's just, it makes it feel colder than it actually is. It's just depressing. I mean, easy way to put it. All right, I'll feed y'all. Quit rambling. All right, Jenny. Oh, don't you do it. Stop it. Dadgummit, mare. Daggone misbehaving horses. Okay, got some feed loaded up. We did not feed the cows along the fence line like we normally do, because I think, as I have mentioned maybe a few times, got these steers down here in the barn we're gonna feed out. Got 2 heifers out here on pasture that are gonna join them, so taking advantage of the opportunity this morning, we'll feed up here. That way we can, well, yeah, just go ahead and have those heifers on feed. Yeah, they can join their brothers over here. So I'm waiting. The 2 heifers I need, one's that horn Hereford right down there just across the ditch. Other one's one of these over here. But I'll show you what this black white face heifer does. Which In this position, she's probably not in too bad a shape. She could probably eventually get herself up. She's at least got her feet downhill. But, hold on, baby. Well, let me put the camera somewhere. Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. Good to go. Good to go, somewhat. But she's, thankfully she hasn't done that just all the time. But other morning I thought she was dead out here again. So I don't know. Based on that, I'm like, I think she's getting worse. Should I just put her down? I don't know. We don't want her to die, obviously. All right, y'all are cheating the system. Y'all are cheating the system, no. I do like the fact that they're that interested in eating though. But really I need that red heifer standing just, no, that's not her. That red heifer, okay, good deal. And then, well, there's 2 or 3. Now there's at least 3 true horned Herefords. But only one of them is going on the feeds, okay. All right, now I need, the challenge now is these cows are attacking this feed. No, y'all quit that. Y'all quit that. Y'all quit, y'all quit. Y'all are not starving to death, good grief. Oh my gosh, I'm getting weak. Nope, y'all aren't going in there yet. Nope. Nope. No, y'all get back. God dang, get back. Chill out. They act like they've never gotten to eat before in their life. No manners. Like taking a bunch of feral kids to a buffet for the first time. Just don't know how to act. All right, but no, I need to shut these boys in here. I don't have to sort them off. And then see if we can get those 2 heifers in. Come on, boys. They know the drill. They've been all up here for several days now. Oh, and I got a little bit of a small world moment, which, you know, we always said, hey man, it's a small world. In the ag community, it's definitely a small world. But I got home with those steers on Wednesday, into the last video, and I hadn't been home that long, and I got a text from a buddy, and said, hey, did you buy some today at Trenton? I said, yeah, which I didn't see him there. I was like, how would he know that? He's like, those are ours. I was like, oh, good gosh. Like, yeah, small world. I'm like, yeah, I wish you had a few more. Don't know that I could have afforded them, but that was the first thing I texted him. I was like, well, you should be happy with the check. Yeah, so shout out to Evan and Kelly. Those 2 black steers we brought home came out of their herd. So, all right, now we'll see if we can get these unruly cows in here, let them eat. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be real smart. I'm gonna dump the feed out before I let them in here when I'm not fighting them off of me. Okay, and then the challenge is, I don't know if that horned heifer made it up here. No, idiot is down there. That's the problem, they don't ever come in that gate up there, or rarely do, and so I was worried because she wasn't right up here with the rest of them if she was gonna do this, but see if I can get her through this gate down here and then run her up. She's pretty good and gentle, and she normally comes up, you know, when we feed them at the normal spot. See if I can ease her over there. Yeah, this one, and she is a true heifer, has never calved. the other one that we're gonna feed out, and now she's not cooperating. She missed the gate. Go through that gate. There's a gate right there. I know you may not have seen it. Will you go through that gate? Oh, see it, see it. Oh, going through that gate. There we go. Oh, are you kidding me? Man, I thought this was gonna be such an easy task to accomplish this morning. Stupid me. Girl. Oh, son of one. All right. Well, I was gonna say the other, I'm calling her heifer, that's up there, number 306 that we're gonna feed out. She's technically a cow. She had one calf this spring, didn't breed back. The calf, I mean, she weaned the calf's up the road to the other farm, but it's the most pathetic, tiniest little calf. I'm like, no, I'm not giving you another chance. And I'll end up keeping her and eating her myself because, well, she's just not gonna be a true young one like what we like to sell to our friends and whatnot. So, all right, she didn't run off. She's just right there. She's not an idiot. She just, this is frustrating. Probably need to get on the four-wheeler. Four-wheeler's a lot more maneuverable than this big old slow thing. All right, that heifer cooperating came on up here pretty well. Couldn't film it just because driving a four-wheeler, herding an animal, trying to film doesn't always work out. So, okay, so we got those two heifers, two red ones, one horn Hereford and the other just red white-faced one. So now the rest of you may all leave. Would y'all kindly all leave? Which they're out of hay, out in the hay feeders in the pasture. We've been unrolling some hay every morning. We didn't need to go ahead and just fill up the hay feeders. That's one reason they're all like, oh, hey, look, here's hay. But no, y'all go on out there and I'll take y'all hay in your own pasture here in just a few minutes. In fact, the quicker y'all do this, the quicker I'll have hay out there. How about that? Y'all go. Y'all get on out of here. No, I'm not giving you any more feed. I'm running you out. Get. No new calves overnight, it would appear. Still have 4 to go, including that. That's the only heifer left right there, kind of Brayford looking. Yeah, I think I've seen everybody else. But anyway. Y'all get? Okay, we're gonna do it the other way. We're gonna run these steers in the barn on this other side. That way we can run them in there and cut them out of there because they're not cooperating right here. You two will go in the barn and we can let everybody else out. No. Turn around. Watch your friend. Watch where she's going. Yeah, no, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. Should be mission accomplished now. That gives us now 7 on feed, and pretty sure we've found the source for 2 more. And so hopefully within just the next few days we'll have our full, the feed lot essentially will be full. 9 is full for us. So, okay, now let's see if I can run y'all out of here. Boy, it's just so nice this time of year. I mean, who doesn't love knee-deep mud? Little defrost, windows are getting a little froggy in here. So our strategy now on the hay, we got 6 hay feeders, hay rings, whatever you prefer to call them, out here in the pasture. So put out 6 rolls of hay on weekends, and then started unrolling hay a few days ago. And we will plan to unroll one every morning. We're putting the outside stored hay, a lot of it's just mixed grass hay, in these feeders, getting the good, barn stored, fertilized Bermuda, premium stuff, and unrolling it, just because the strategy is that, all right, that's a real treat to them. When I unroll it, I want them to go ahead and eat it. I don't want to just lay out there on the ground and waste. They're eating somewhere between 1 and 2 rolls of hay a day, much closer to the 2. They may even actually be eating more like 2 full rolls a day. So that way, they never run out. They always have something in the hay feeders, which of course they're empty now, but you gotta let them run out so you can fill them back up. I hate it when that happens. Roll came off the back. All right, not a big deal. But yeah, that's gonna kind of be our strategy. Works out good too, because that way during the week when I don't have near as much time available, I'm not having to get out here on the tractor on the lunch break and try to feed them then or wait before daylight. So, all right, we're gonna get these 6 rolls put out. Probably won't unroll one today, just because, I don't know. Kind of my theory is because I'm putting it all in these feeders, they're gonna be real excited about eating that. I don't know, they might be a little more apt to not clean up what I put on the ground. We had a question, or a comment on a video a few videos ago, which we love that. If you're ever wondering why we do something or how we do something, ask away. No dumb questions, but ask why we put them on end like this to feed them. And really, it's just because when I drop them all like this, I can, drop 3 rolls that were brought out here at once, just like we just did. And because they're on the end, I can unwrap them, as I'm doing right now, without having to have them still picked up by the tractor. Just keeps me from having to get off the tractor multiple times per trip. So kind of maybe just being lazy. But they had pointed out or said that they've had some issues when they get like freezing rain, and it's harder for the cows to eat these bales. And of course, just in our environment, we don't get that often, wintry weather. And 2 of these cows attack this. I can see where maybe if you just had just a few cows, and so it took them a while to eat it, maybe that thing just becomes a big bale sickle. It could be a little hard for them to eat, but we don't really run into that. All right. Man, that smells good. And this is that outside stored hay, but it's nothing wrong with it, just not quite as much a premium product as that Bermuda that's in the barn and hasn't ever been rained on. All right, it's like we were saying, put out 6 rolls of hay in the hay feeders. Probably won't want to roll one today. We could, but they're all, really content eating that hay. I don't want to unroll one and half the cows just stay at the hay feeders, and then this doesn't really get cleaned up and some of it gets a little bit wasted. We also, though, got 3 of the barn stored hay right here. That way, for the next 3 mornings, I don't have to start up the tractor. I can just back the forwarder and the bale unroller up, boom, ready to go with them. And then got some of the Bermuda that was stored outside stacked up, or we can haul it with the truck to the calves up the road, which is where we're about to head right now. We took them 2 rolls yesterday. Need to get kind of a good gauge on how much they're gonna eat now that we're really settling into our winter feeding routine. I'm thinking they're gonna be about a roll a day as well. Hoping those 2 that I fed them yesterday they'll be fine until tomorrow. Bringing home those 4 that we brought home the other day, including that heifer, which, I mean, she looked awful, like she was like a turtle on her back laying there. She got up, she walked right down there to the hay ring. So I don't know what to think about her. I mean, that's the easy way to say it. I don't know what to think. Anyway, all right. All right, yeah, checking on this crew. We brought them 2 rolls of hay yesterday. That one is about 3/4 of the way gone. Other one over there. Yeah. Looks like they've probably eaten the equivalent of more than 1 roll of hay in the last 24 hours. So they're probably gonna be something closer to, if we're being realistic, yeah, 1.5 rolls every day. So I may have to, yeah, because I was kind of hoping, all right, they're eating right at 1 a day. We'll just bring 2 rolls down here with the truck every other day. But tell you what, better go ahead and get the feed put out for them, otherwise they're going to attack the Jeep. Another thing I know, like, you got the feed bin down here, why are you bringing feed? Well, we're feeding somewhere probably close to 3 times as much feed here on this farm as we are at home. And that bin holds just slightly less than the stationary bin. So if I simply pull all my feed out of that every day for these calves here and one at home there, this one's gonna be empty a lot sooner than the other one. And I need them both empty to get the feed truck to come. They'll hold right at, the 6 tons they like to deliver. So anyway, I don't know, may not have explained that very well, but yeah, I need both of them to kind of empty out about the same time. And so to do that, I need to bring at least a little feed from home. So that's at least our strategy behind that. But it is a lot more convenient just to carry buckets than to pick up one of these and wrestle it out here. Hey buddies, y'all hungry? Hey, let me through. Ugh. Good gosh, getting too old for this. Okay, everybody present and accounted for. I'll walk over here. Yeah, we put out those 2 rolls of hay just about exactly 24 hours ago. And they've eaten, I'd say 3/4 of it. So, yeah, ideally, yeah, now there is some grass out here. That's another question I ask. Why am I feeding hay when I've still got this much grass available? And yeah, I mean, there's some fescue there. It's still pretty nice and green. There's some Bermuda and other stuff in here that, of course, is gone dormant with cooler weather. But yeah, they can, because they'll probably knock out the rest of that hay, I'd say, by mid to late afternoon. And then they can graze around and pick, and they're going to be just fine. Now, the kind of key though with this group is we want these steers, there's a few heifers too, but specifically the steers, because we're probably going to sell at least the biggest of the steers, probably 75–80% of these animals here in another month. We want them to be gluttons. We want them eating as much as they possibly want to, you know, within reason. We're not gonna, you know, feed a ton of feed a day and then have them, you know, run into issues there. Don't want to pump too much feed to them, but feed them about 1% of the body weight on the mixed ration. And then as far as forage, much as they can get in their bellies. So don't love the idea of them really ever being without all they want, whether it's grass to graze or hay. So we do have another hay feeder that's back in that next pasture, kind of my strategy there. I probably overthink everything, but no real rain in the forecast, no sunshine in the forecast either, unfortunately. No rain in the forecast the next few days. Let it dry up a little bit, then we can drive back here with the truck, pick up that one bale feeder. That way we'll have 3 up here. We could also unroll some hay here for them using the truck. But yeah, just don't want them to ever be without, because you know, we bought these calves late summer, the ones we bought, I guess, about 40 of them. And unfortunately, the market's still really pretty good. Not as good as it was then. And so we're making money on the weight they gain. And so we want them to gain as much as they reasonably can over this time frame. So, okay, I have rambled and mumbled. Yeah, my point there is we love the questions, because I'm always questioning myself too. I don't take offense to any question. Yeah, I still hadn't fed the bull at home yet. I need to get back and do that. I need to check on his hay situation. He's by himself though, so a roll of hay lasts him quite a while. But I just had not looked at it, because normally I'm feeding him way before daylight, and I can't really see it. Not walking down there. Need to check on him. Yeah, got a bunch of family stuff and whatnot to get done the rest of the day. I think I'm finally going to get Kaylin out to dinner tonight for her birthday, which was 3 or 4 days ago now at this point. But man, it's just, we've had something going on every night. It's just the stage of life we're at with young kids. Yeah, I think we may finally get to break away just for the evening, have a quick little sit-down dinner. So, of course, you know me, I'll let her pick where we're going, but pretty much wherever we go, I'm getting the ribeye. Yeah, and when I did, we cooked some flank steak and some ducks last night. Neely, you gotta get on my seat. But I guess what I'm getting at is, may just about wrap this one up. Just got other things I need to get done, some off-farm stuff. But I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all check back with us. We still need 2 more calves on feed there at home. I think we do have a couple of them sourced. Maybe doing that as soon as middle of the week. We'll just see. Yeah, got 4 more cows there at home to calve. And of course, the daily and almost hourly task of watching that injured, or I don't even know if I can call it an injury, whatever's wrong with that disabled heifer we've got there at home. And yeah, I just really don't know what to do with her. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. I'll quit rambling. Y'all eat beef and God bless.